Morning Academy Answers. Welcome to the podcast. Happy to join you. A pleasure to be with you all the time, and it energizes me. It gives me so much joy to be able to come to you and to speak to you in this medium on a topic that is so near to me. It is my passion. I didn't choose it. It chose me. And it doesn't matter all the talk about do what you love or don't do what you love or do what makes money or don't do what makes money and all that stuff. We are human beings and we are connected to something that's inside of us. And until we are in alignment, until what we do is in alignment with that, then our souls will be sucked away by the minute, by the hour. It's like doing a job that it's dead end, you hate it, it's not you. You feel so pressured, your stress levels rise, you are so demotivated. And you know, the studies show that most heart attack in America happens on a Monday morning. And one speaker said that he thinks that it's because most people are getting ready to go to a job they hate. 76% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. Of course, that will not make you happy going to work. And 85 to I think 90% of Americans say they are not happy in their jobs, because what we find is people going to school, pursuing a degree and have to settle in jobs that has nothing to do with what they like or what their degree was about. And that is crushing. But another time we get into that topic. This is Academy Answers podcast. If it's the first you're joining us, we talk about personal finance, personal development, being free so that you can use your God-given talents and inclinations and gifts and skills to cultivate the highest, truest version of yourself, to master something and create something out of that. And that thing will serve you, will sustain you, will serve the world, and will lead you to living the best life ever. So if you are, for example, because I always say that and sometimes I leave out the example. If you are an athlete, you are supposed, if you're athletic, if you can run, if you're quick, or if you're a long distance runner, if you're a sprinter or you are distance runner and you have that inclination since you're a kid, you are supposed to develop the mental state of mind to pour hours and hours and hours upon that, to master it, to become as good as you can, to become the best. Then you're going to use that to take you to where you want to go financially. And then from that money, you're going to create other things that can serve you when that athletic bit of your life goes out. That's what we're talking about. If you like to fix cars, you're supposed to pour hours upon hours upon hours into that, in mastering that and creating a business framework, an economy from that. And that economy will serve you so that you will be free to pursue other interests on other things and to do the things that are important to you when they are important with who you think you want to do them with. That's the whole high idea, because that's what life, that's when life makes sense and life feel worth living. So this morning we're answering the question, why is it so hard to get what I want? And that's a good question. That's just so powerful, because somehow when you pick up a course of action and you embark on it, it seems like there are a set of obstacles that come at you relentlessly and seem to want to stop you, to get in the way. And I heard T.D. Jakes told a story one time. He's a great preacher. You should listen to him. It's called Potter's House. You'll find him on YouTube. Really, really great guy. Powerful guy. He said that when he was in the safari in Africa, he noticed that one of the tour guides was telling him that before the lions mate, two males had to fight. And the one that wins would get to mate with the female. And he was puzzled about it. And the tour guide said that it is okay, because it is nature's way of weeding out the weak and not reproducing weakness. It is nature's way of weeding out the weak and not to reproduce weakness. So the obstacles that you face is to weed out the weak. you don't get what you want in life, you get what you deserve. I don't know why that's how life is set up. They crucified Jesus Christ. They shot Martin Luther King. The people who stand up for something great necessarily go through the struggle, because the struggle is what's going to make you who you are. The struggle is what's going to help you to help others. The struggle is what's going to help you to appreciate life. The struggle is what's going to help you to make you more grounded. So what you have to understand is that whatever you go through is not happening to you, it's happening for you. You must get that. So most times it feels that hard and daunting because your belief system is in conflict with achieving success. That's what's happening for most people. Their belief system is in conflict to achieving success. So what they do, they have little mind tricks that they play on themselves that they use to cop out when it gets really hard. You must accept that you can do it. You must believe that you can do it. You must feel in yourself that you are worthy of success. It's okay to be successful. And that's one of the biggest problems most people face. Most people don't believe that it is okay to be successful. You have to truly believe. If you don't truly believe, the work, as you're mentioning, is going to get so hard and you're going to stop, because those little tricks are going to come in your mind and they're going to play on your mind and they're going to make you say, well, maybe this is not for me. Oh, this is not going well. Successful people are bad people. I don't have to be rich. Everybody that weren't meant to be rich. Money don't make you happy. And we're going to trick ourselves, which is really a cop-out out of our potential. And if you're copping out of your potential, then it's always going to become harder. I'll give you one tip that is going to help you while you're on your journey. But I'll come to that in a minute. I'm just trying to say that your belief system set the thermostat on your life. And it's something Ed Milet keeps saying. It is something that determines how high you will go or how high you will stay. So it's like a thermostat in a room. It chips in when the temperature falls too low. If you set it at 70, if the temperature falls below 70, it kicks in. Once it gets that room up to 70, it kicks back out. And the room maintains. If it goes back down again, it goes up. So that's what your belief system does. If you think that I can build a business, you build a business. Somehow you go through the struggles, you build a business, and then you say, well, I can run the shop, and somebody's telling you, or you go to the seminar and they're telling you that, why don't you do 3 other shops? If you don't believe that you can do them, even if you do them, they're likely to fail, because what you want is in conflict to that. What you think you can do is in conflict to the goal that you set for yourself. You have to believe that you can do it. A lot of people start out not believing, but at some point in time, you truly have to really believe. You have to get into that level of belief for yourself. Because if you don't believe, then when the obstacles come, when the creativity is demanded, when the roadblocks come, you will find a way in your mind to cop out. The mind is always trying to regress into a comfort level. It's optimizing, the monkey brain as they call it. Listen, you can break your comfort zone 1,000 times. You're just breaking that comfort zone to get into another comfort zone. So you will still have to break that comfort zone to go higher again. No matter how successful people are, they have a comfort zone, right? And if you want to grow, you must break that comfort zone. You have to do new things. There are people who have made it to real powerful levels, but they consistently have to grow and change because the world is growing and changing. So what's the one thing that you're going to do to make it easier for you to beat these obstacles that are set up in front of you, that's going to make it less difficult to get what you want? It's always hard. It's always hard. Everything is difficult in this world. Life is not easy. The minute you were born, you signed up, or your parents signed you up for life tragedies, life mess-ups, life problems, life stresses. You're not always in control. Don't think you control everything because you have status, money, position. You're not always in control. Things do happen naturally and superficially. Like, things just happen out of nowhere. You don't know, you can't imagine some of the things happen that you have absolutely no control over. You live in a world of many different elements, and these things come into play with or without your consent, with or without you expecting them to. The one thing you can do to make it easier, to shift your belief system, because that's the ultimate thing, your belief system. The podcast is about your belief system this morning. It is your belief system that you need to get in alignment. Believing that I can do this, believing that I can overcome this, believing that I will figure it out, believing that I can do it quicker, believing that I just need to learn from this mistake, believing that it can work another way, believing that I am going to do it eventually, believing that I am in my process and such is the process, believing that I don't have to judge myself, believing that this is for me, this is me, I can do it too. Belief. But what you need to do to cement that belief system, the one thing you need to do, and that is to put in some work. Put in some focused, committed work and back yourself into a corner. Make it so unattractive, make it so ridiculous for you to even bother to quit, because you have come so far. Put in some real work and you will be able to get a better perspective. That's the first thing. And you would have started to build higher barriers to close off yourself from quitting, from the option of quitting. Because when you have put in so much work, it would have taken it to a higher level in the game. And when you're at a higher level, then you will see easier how you can get to a next level and get to the level you want. Go on YouTube, look on Facebook, look on Google, look on all the things that people are doing that are in your space and the thing you want to do. And go there and tell me if all of the people who have gotten to a higher level than you are better than you in terms of skill levels or in terms of any physical prowess. Just tell me if all of them are better than you. We know this. We see this. We see people who have zero singing and musical talents make it to high levels in music. It's not the best singers who are on the choir. Every time, you see that every time. It's the people who find a way. There are many different strategies to do it. You can name them, you can find the singers. Right now, the best singer in the world is not the most successful singer in the world. And we know that too. And you will find the best salesperson might not be the most successful salesperson. And you can go, the best car might not be the most popular car, the most successful car brand sold out there. There are ways and strategies. So, acceptable or decent, noteworthy level of competence. And then the rest is the strategies you apply and how willing and teachable you are to learn the strategies. What you need are proven models. And I'll leave you with this. After you fix your belief system, after you have done a certain amount of work that block you in, that make it ridiculous for you to quit, you need a proven model. Success leave clues. It's repeatable. Look on all the models out there. Do your research and pick one that resonates with you. There's 1,000 models to do things. Pick one that resonates with you and hit that hard every single day until it pops for you. And all of that is under the umbrella of your belief system. You can never stop believing. You have to obsess about it. A magnificent obsession, as Jim Rohn called it. You have to obsess about that so much to the point that you're like, okay, this is all my being. You have to eat, breathe, and sleep the thing and become a master at it, because masters win. High level of competence win. Excellence win. Your success will be in direct proportion to your commitment to excellence, as Aristotle said. Your level of success will be in direct proportion to your commitment to excellence. And I'll leave you with this Robert Kiyosaki quote that is one of my favorite quotes. I always use it. He says that your success will be dependent on the level of your desire, your ability to overcome obstacles along the way, and the size of your goals. So your level of success will be determined by the strength of your desire, the size of your goals, and your ability to overcome obstacles along the way. The average millionaire has been bankrupt 8 times. You must fight through the struggles. I've gone through depression, I've gone through anxiety, losing businesses and money, but I stuck to it. I stuck to it. I stay in the game. I make sure I'm in the game. I make sure I'm always hunting for it. So you have to have that dog, as Steve Harvey said. You have to have that mentality that this is the life I want to create for myself. And unless I get to live this life, it won't really mean much to me that I have lived. So therefore, all the time that I'm living, I will be either living that life or I will be pursuing my abilities to live that life. I'll be either living that life or I'll be in the process of getting to that point where I can live that life. And nothing else will suffice. I'm not interested in anything else. This is what I'm going to do. Because that's the type of world you're in. You either go hard if you have the audacity. If you have the audacity to think that you can live like the 3% or the 5% of the world who have financial freedom and time freedom, you must have the gall to do the work. It's as Rittinghouse said, that I bargained with life for a penny and life would pay no more. I begged at night when I counted my scanty score. Because life is only an employer. It will pay whatever you ask, but once you set the wages, you must be willing to bear the task. I worked for a menial hire only to find out in dismay that life would offer whatever I ask. Have a good one, guys. Take care. Always a pleasure coming to you. Go out there, move your belief system up 1 notch or 2 notch or 10x it. Believe the biggest and the most for your life, because you have a God-given potential to achieve it. Thanks. Always a pleasure.